Yes, the England camp have moved down to Spurs Lodge in London ahead of a massive game against the Czech Republic. And Lions then connected by EE is back from a brand new location.
Well, these things in my ear feel so weird.
I'm delighted to say I'm joined by the brick wall, a curator of clean sheets. It's my man, Mings. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. First things first, just reactions on last night.
Yeah, disappointed. Really disappointed. We felt like it was a game that we could win. So to not come away with a win is disappointing. But as you can see around the camp, for someone who's been in and around it since the start now, it's still very calm. And the noise from outside is for everybody else to judge, I think. Our feelings around camp is, like I said, still very calm, still very focused, and ultimately in a good place with 4 points.
For sure. We know SGP is a fantastic place, but is it nice to get like maybe a little bit of a change of scenery here down at Spurs Lodge?
Yeah, and I've never been here before, and it's an unbelievable setup.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought we had a good training ground until I come here. It's it's nice. It's nice to come down here and, like you said, have a change of scenery, eat in different places, chill out in different places, have Lions Den in different places. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice, and it just gives everybody a little bit of a mental refresh, doesn't it?
For sure. And post game, what does a recovery day look like for you and all the players that played yesterday?
It's a little bit more congested today because we've obviously got less time between the Scotland and Czech Republic game. So there'll be a lot of work in the pool, a lot of ice baths, a lot of massages, a lot of stretching, and probably a lot of sleeping.
True. Yeah, you need the recovery, to be fair. But on that note, two very impressive performances from yourself on a personal level. How important is that, I guess, for confidence-wise going into the next game? It's coming up so quickly as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt like I finished the season strongly with Villa, so I felt good coming into the tournament. If called upon, I felt confident, I felt prepared. So thankfully that has transferred into an England shirt. But obviously it's nice to get clean sheets, but it's also even better to win games. So I think we do look really solid as a team, defending wise, and I know defenders always take pride in clean sheets, but I think as a team we look really solid. Even with the result, it's an incredible performance, and for someone, I'm not going to go too much into your story. You've spoken about it before, but it must be an honour to be here performing at the highest level. Yeah, it's crazy. And I think sometimes it's unfortunate because you only really take stock of what you've done or what you've achieved or what you've lived through after the event. But I'm trying to enjoy it. I'm trying to take it all in. I'm trying to enjoy all the freebies that come with it as well. A little molten brown here and that. So, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving every minute of it. And hopefully we can have a successful tournament.
For sure. Even from outside of the stadium, Wembley was electric last night. I mean, how nice. It's been a long time since we've had fans in stadiums proper. How much of a difference does it make to you as players, I guess, playing for your country?
It feels like a whole different sport, like when fans are in. And last night, I think it was good that Scotland had such a huge allocation, bearing in mind how much of a restriction there is on capacity. But the noise that both sets of fans made really did make a huge difference. So for us as players to have fans back in, cheering the lads and supporting, and obviously it's a good release for football fans to come out and watch games and just enjoy normal life again. But for us as players, it's huge.
There was a lot of, I guess, I call them friends, clubmates on the pitch. You know, you had yourself and Jack and John McGinn there, that you've had Billy Gilmore, Mason Mount. What's it like coming up against these guys that you play with and play against all the time, but they're now on the other side of the fence?
It's good. It is good because you obviously can offer a real good insight to your teammates. as to what they're like,
Yeah.
and what they want to do and what their strengths are. But to come up against your club mates sometimes is difficult. But everybody handles it in different ways. Some people can laugh and joke on the pitch while still remaining focused. Some people really get into the battle and the whole club mates thing goes out the window. For me, I struggle to get really angry at someone who I know.
Yeah.
I can do it with people that I don't play with or haven't played with, but it's a little bit strange at times, but I enjoy it.
The thing is, with you, I feel like you love a battle. Like, it was a battle against the Scot. I feel like you relish that.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I just want to be known as a defender and a good defender. And I think in this country, I don't think that's celebrated as much. I think when you look at good, like, Italian defenders and that who just love defending. Like, honestly, I'd much rather do a defending drill than a small-sided game or something in training. I'd just rather head balls and take pride in keeping the ball away from our goal. But, that's something that I enjoy. But when we've got such amazing attackers and creative players in the team, there's also not as much emphasis on you to kind of create the chances or be the starter of attacks, because we've got such talent in this team.
Sure. I think naturally as players and as fans, you want to win every game, but I think 4 points from 2 games, prime position to qualify to the knockout stages. Surely we should be, I guess comfortable in where we are right now. There shouldn't be a panic, I guess. No,
not at all. And like I said, there's absolutely no panic from within the group. We spoke this morning just about how nothing's changed. There's no direct route or right or wrong way to success. And I think Portugal drew all 3 of their games in the Euros that they won, their group games. So there's no panic. There really isn't. We're enjoying it. We're fully focused on the game on Tuesday. Of course, like you said, we'd love to win every game, but that's forgetting that we're sometimes, always coming up against opposition who also want to win the game. So it's not that straightforward.
Yeah. Flashing back to the Croatia game, it must have been such a proud moment for you to make your tournament debut. Like, tell us what you were feeling when you were walking out onto the pitch, the moments afterwards. You talk to your family.
It was crazy. Honestly, it was. I've had some good times at Wembley with the playoff final and stuff like that. So it's a place that my family now have fond memories of. Hopefully we'll have some more throughout this tournament. But in the week leading up to the game, it was so hard to control my emotions, because obviously I had family like sending me videos of good luck messages and going over old pictures of my sisters stood on the side of pitches watching me when I was a kid. And then obviously the occasion for them was just amazing. So trying to control my emotions going into the game was probably the hardest bit. When you get to the stadium, when you play the game, it's what we do every week, isn't it? So that part is the easy part. It was just trying to control everything around the game. Yeah.
And looking forward, I guess Czechs on Tuesday, a bit more of an unknown quantity than Scotland, I guess.
Yeah, and they're a very physical team, but they've also got good quality in their team. And every game that you play in as a footballer is always different, like regardless of whether you play in any league, in England, abroad, lower down the leagues, at international level. Every game is different, and every game comes with a slightly different skill set required to beat the opposition. And I think we go into a lot of detail here about what we can do and what attacking threats we can pose on the opposition. So again, it will be a case of reviewing what they do, looking at what our strengths are, and trying to win the game.
I was going to get on to kind of preparation. It's such a short time between these 2 games. What does the preparation look like? Is it specific shape work? What's going on, I guess, between the white lines in training now?
Pretty much everything. And like there's only a few days now until the next game, so everything will be condensed. But at the same time, like I said, we go into a lot of detail, whether it be on set pieces, on what the opposition do, what we want to do, in and out of possession, in different thirds of the pitch, how we want to defend in the different areas, how we want to attack in the different areas, what we want our build-up to look like. So every possible eventuality, well, as many as possible, is pretty much covered. So when we go into the game, we know exactly what we have to do and know exactly how we can have the best chance of winning it. So that will be now over the next 2 or 3 days. Be out on the grass again tomorrow working on our game plan.
True. I mean, we see you in the media. You know, we see you in interviews. You're a fantastic speaker. We've worked together numerous times. You know, I know you talk very well, but how nice is it to have the opportunity to prove with your feet, you know what I mean, to prove it on the pitch?
Yeah. I mean, I do love speaking to the media. As
speaking in general,
I do love it because I think players these days have got a lot of good points to make and can be really good advocates for change in a positive way. And historically, we haven't always had that. So I do enjoy speaking and kind of controlling the narrative, but I feel like every time I've spoke to the media for the last couple of years, it's been about racism or Black Lives Matter or things that are happening off the pitch. So, yeah, to have my fair share of critics and try and prove them wrong on the pitch is even more important.
Here on Lions Den, we do like to connect the players with the fans. So we're going to go to our EU fan wall. The fan wall's got a little bit smaller than it usually is, but the fans are just as passionate. So we're going to wait for these guys to connect. Yes, we have them all. We've got Francis, Jason, Liam and Eddie. They're going to speak to you. Basically, everyone, how it works is...
Like, can they see me?
They can see
on this camera.
Exactly. Well, this is how you know. So they're you know what I mean? We're connecting people. This is what we do on Lions Den. Talking of connections, Francis, in Birmingham, what's your question to Mingsy?
All right, Mingsy, I wanted to ask
How are you, mate?
if you were having a dinner party, what would you cook and which England legends would you invite?
Oh. Can you cook?
Can I cook? Of course I can cook.
There you go.
I'm a wizard in the kitchen. What would I cook? I'd cook a spag bowl, probably.
Okay.
Cook a spag bowl. Put in a few interesting ingredients. Sometimes I put bacon in it. A little bit of Worcestershire sauce. A bit of red wine.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, it all goes in. And who would I invite? Great question. I mean, I'd have to invite Righty.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Yeah.
I'd have to. I'd have to invite Ian Wright. He's a legend of the game, and I just love him to pieces.
You get a free after-dinner speaker as well. You know?
He's just an infectious personality, isn't he? I think Gazza will bring some great stories.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really good stories.
How big is this dinner party, Mingsy?
Well, I got a big table.
That's true. All right, fair play.
I'd go with them two to start.
Okay.
Nice little.
We'll take that. Francis, you can come along as well if I get the invite. We'll make that deal.
Oh, absolutely. I'll bring a dessert.
Well, fair play. Francis,
it's his birthday.
Is it your birthday, Francis?
It was my birthday a couple of days ago, yeah.
Oh, well, happy belated.
Birthday.
There we go.
Thank you. Tyrone, if you could wish my girlfriend's dad, John, a happy birthday, that would be beautiful. He's the biggest Villa fan in the world.
Is he, yeah? Wow, John,
absolutely. Holland every week.
There's a few birthdays going on in the family, isn't there?
I was about to...
There is birthday season.
I hope you all had a good birthday, mate.
Pleasure. Thank you, Francis.
Thank you very much.
All good.
Cheers, pal.
We're going to go down to Jason in the Isle of Man. Jason, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Thanks,
too bad. What's your question?
My question is, from your story from building up, from being dropped from Southampton to then pick yourself back up again, that takes incredible self-belief. Is that a trait every young footballer should have?
Good question, mate. And not just footballers, but anybody in any walk of life, I think. I promise you, in the first, like I said, in the lead up to the first game, I had my fair share of self-doubt. But then at the same time, nobody believes in me more than I believe in myself. So I had to keep reassuring and re-emphasising that. And I think it's something that you can build and something that you can learn from your experiences, but at the same time, as long as your preparation is good, then for whatever you're doing, then I think that gives you the self-belief and the self-confidence. So I think it's a great question. I also think it's a great quality to have.
Fantastic question, Jay. I thought your original question was what it was like playing against Jack Grealish on a daily basis. You changed it up on me.
You thought of a better one,
you know what? You might as well answer that one.
But Jack Grealish is incredible, and Mings plays with him day in, day out, so probably hears enough of him.
It's easy as well. Yeah, it's all right. It's not a problem at the
Thank you, Jason. Now we've got Liam Days down in Devon. Liam, what's your question?
Hi, guys.
Hi, mate.
Yeah, first of all, Tyrone, I just wanted to say congrats on a great season with Villa in your first couple of games of England. My question is just, who was your footballing idol growing up? Who did you look up to when you were younger?
Firstly, thank you very much. And who was my footballing idol? Steven Gerrard was a big one. My family were Liverpool fans, and our first Rottweiler was called Heskey. But Steven Gerrard was obviously captain, and he had the FA Cup final against West Ham, Istanbul. So just times like that, I thought, what a great captain, what a great player, and a guy that leads by example. And then I think the first person on my shirt was Stan Collymore. When I was real young.
Mad mix,
when I was real young. But now Steven Gerrard was, and still is to this day, probably one of my biggest footballing idols.
Yeah, fair play. Great question. And we're going to go to Eddie and Alexander. I'm excited for these questions, Eddie and Alexander. How you doing, guys?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're okay.
Hi, mate.
So my question is, with England having such a young squad, what would be the best advice you can give to Alexander, just starting, getting into football now, and young kids all around?
Good question, and you're right. England does have a young squad. I feel like every squad at the moment is getting younger and younger. I'm 28, and I feel so old.
You feel old.
But young kids, obviously, I've got an academy that we try and emphasise how important it is to keep fun at the forefront of kids' minds when they're developing. Because I feel like with academies these days, they're all about numbers, aren't they? And they're just trying to shoehorn you into being what they want you to be. But the longer you can enjoy what you do, I think it then never becomes hard, does it? You always enjoy it. You always want to go and play with your friends. You always want to learn. You want to listen to coaches if it is fun. So however you can do that, try and prolong that for as long as possible. And try and play with a smile on your face. What's the worst that could happen? Football's a great game, and it gives us a great opportunity to socialise and keep fit.
Fantastic. Well, that was a brilliant question and a brilliant answer.
It was, thank you.
Mingsley, this part of the show is basically where you pick your favourite question, okay, and then you'll compete on the Lions 10 challenge to win them potentially a signed ball, a signed shirt, and enter them into the EE Matchday prize draw. Okay, so I'm going to remind you of the questions, and you've got to pick your favourite one, okay? We had Francis in Birmingham, we had Jason in the Isle of Man, we had Liam in Devon, and we had Alexander and Eddie.
I'm going to go with the self-belief one. That one really hit home.
Okay. We're going to go with Jason in the Isle of Man. Jason, are you ready? We only have...
Yeah.
Before, we did have golf previously at SGP, but because we've moved down to Spurs Lodge here, we've shortened it up a little bit, and we've got basketball, and I feel like basketball could be your sport. A lot of people have said it's your sport, so I feel like with good potential to win some signed goodies, right?
Beautiful.
So let me explain it to the guys, okay? This is how it works, the Lions 10 challenge. Mingsy's going to have 10 attempts, 10 balls, each worth 1 point, but one of them is worth 3. That is the golden ball, okay? And if he sinks the golden ball, he's going to enter Jason into the EE Matchday prize draw to win a huge bundle, okay? But if he gets 2, that wins the signed ball, and 4 wins the signed shirt. Are you ready?
Beautiful, I'm ready.
Okay. Take your mark. Let's go.
It's a bit far away, isn't it?
You know what? I'm gonna. It's regulation based on. I'm not sure what it's based on, but it does. But there's no time. Like there's no time.
There's no time.
You can just take your time, sink some shots.
Do you get any practices or not?
You get no practice.
No practices, straight in.
You know what, I'll give you one practice, but
All
if it
right.
goes in, that can count as one.
Practice. Lovely. I'm getting the range.
That's your one practice.
Getting the
and
range.
you're lucky I'm giving it.
Getting
to
the
you.
range.
There we go. A little bit more of the leg style. I know you've been working hard. Let's win, Jason. Oh! You can't get much closer. Watch the set. Watch the set.
Sorry.
The first one's an air ball. The second one ends up destroying the set. OK, here we go. Let's hope it gets a bit better than this. All we need is 2 to win the sign ball for Jason.
There you go, Jason.
Oh, it's come straight back to you. That's fine. 3. We've still got 7 to play. Still got 7 to play. Mingsy. Jason, we're sorry. I'm sure
Jason,
we will win you
game
something.
last night. I'm a bit tired.
Take a little couple steps forward, potentially. I don't. Mingsy, all 6'4" of you, bro.
There it is. But was there something going on with this?
Listen, it's a regulation size hoop. Also, I'm not sure about this technique where you keep using the same ball when you're supposed to have 10 chances, but we'll forget that for now.
This is technically ball number 3.
we need Jason to get this side ball, and he might need all the help he can get. There you go. Mingsy, Calvin...
Where's the one for free?
No, we don't get that until you start actually sinking one of those things. You got to do that when you're on form. There you go.
Boom!
That's boom.
Yeah, we're warm, Jason.
OK, Jace, one more
like
to win you the sign ball.
That's more like it.
Better. Right.
Whoa!
He's found his range. All right, that's the sign ball. Jason, you've won the sign ball. Fantastic. We'll give him back to the fans here on Lions Den. Oh, you can't get much closer than that. OK, that's fine. We've still got the golden ball to play, which is worth 3.
Oh. Yeah, this one's not got much air in it.
All right, OK.
Going
We'll
in.
swap.
No.
Oh, OK.
It's going to have less bounce off the
Deflate gate over here, you know. Oh, close enough. I'm not sure we can use that one again. That's fine. But remember, the last one is worth 3.
So what's he got at the moment?
He's got the signed ball. We need 2 more to win the signed shirt.
Okay.
And that's a total of 4. There you go. And that's one of the...
Sorry, mate.
Spurs are going to be talking to us about destroying property on site, but that's fine. OK, what we need to do is we need to sink this one. OK?
Really make a difference, does it?
No, because basically, as long as you have to sink the golden ball, because that's worth 3. And you're currently on 2.
I'll just get warm with this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Stick that in there.
It's close, because it's all come down to...
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
You will be on a grand total of 5 points. So you'll win not only the signed ball, the signed shirt, and also you'll enter Jason into the EE Matchday prize draw to win a massive bundle of EE goods, right? How the shoulders?
Yeah,
I told Jude, shake out the shoulders when you did it, and it worked, OK? Shake them out. A little bit of sauce. Yeah? Measure it out. There you go. Yeah. There was so much promise, and it's not quite worked out the way...
Don't worry, man. I feel like it's not straight.
Don't start making excuses after 15 attempts. The set is littered with these. Silence. You've called it so early.
I was walking in and everything.
Come back here. That's fine, because Jason's still won the signed ball. OK?
Oh, sorry, Jason.
Jace?
It's no problem.
It's fantastic. The signed
ball as
ball's
well.
here.
Class.
We leave.
You know what?
We leave with more than what we came with,
maybe
mate.
we will just sign the shirt. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll change the games here on Lions Den.
Yeah, not a problem.
Change location, change the game, change the rules. That's what we do. But Mingsy, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure when we link up. And good luck in the prep for the Czech game.
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
We'll see you same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy.